What's good, John? I know my fucking hair a mess and shit. When is it not though? For me, y'all used to this. On some Tarzan shit right now. We're on some Tarzan shit right now, no cap. Shit. Nah, I just took it out of braid, so you know the shit gonna be extra wavy. I just got up like 30 minutes ago. 30 minutes to an hour. No. I woke up in peace. It's one of those days where you wake up, you don't, it's just, your mind is just clear. You just vibing, bro. Just drifting through the day. But yeah, man, y'all know how we do already. I hope y'all day's filled with the highest vibrations. I hope that if it's not, you take active steps to clear your being of all the lowest vibrations so you can reach the highest vibrations during your day. On that note, y'all need to really, to be honest, you need to grant yourself release from the trauma, problems occurring in the matrix, from you worry about what people think about you, for whatever the fuck it might be. You need to grant yourself release from it. Step outside yourself real quick. Catch a third eye view. Feel me? Step outside yourself real quick. Catch a third eye view. There's places in your mind that you ain't reached yet. There's places in your mind that you ain't reached yet. Those places might be the places of peace that you've been looking for, but you yet to look. You let to for me access that third eye view to get to that place. There's places in my mind I could reach where I could go and attain peace, where it's no negative thoughts, no thoughts at all, really, just nothing. Just nothing. I don't think a lot of y'all have found that because you searching everywhere else outside yourself. So you have not yet found a place where you could release everything. Where nothing, where all those bad thoughts, all the anxiety, all the paranoia, all of whatever problems, you have not found that place that in your head, in your mind, in your being, where you could reach, where none of that could find you. You haven't found that perfect hiding spot where you could really attain peace and just be. You don't have to worry about doing for once. You could just be. Look at the key. Look at the words I'm using. Look at the way I'm saying it, how I'm saying it. That's the key. Look at the way I'm saying it, how I'm saying it. That's the key. A lot of y'all haven't found that perfect hiding spot where you don't have to worry about doing. You don't have to worry about thinking. You could just be. So you need to find that spot. If not found already, go there and just be. You ain't always got to be active. You don't always see. That's what I'm saying. Anxiety. They got y'all thinking that these stuff they gonna stay with you for the rest of your life. That's not the case. That's not true. That's not true. I done had anxiety before. I done struggled with overthinking shit my whole life, to the point where even the slightest minute detail, I done took a hold of it and made hundreds of possibilities, trying to foresee the outcome, overwhelming my brain and shit. Right? Overwhelming my brain and shit, because I didn't put my shit into an overdrive. Because your shit not, I'm gonna tell you, it no matter how smart, how intelligent, you feel me, how much of a genius, or how much brain power you got, nigga, you not gonna be able to hold you can't hold all of that data in your mind, bro. Some shit gotta get thrown out, nigga. So you doing that, trying to be omnipotent and shit, feel me, thinking of 1,000 scenarios so you could try to be prepared for every single one of them, being a dumb fuck. Feel me, I'm really talking to myself too, so don't take offense to anything I'm saying, because I'm talking to myself too. Feel me, by you being a dumb fuck, trying to feel me, be so much, trying to think and be so much, nigga, you done overloaded your brain, and some shit, you start forgetting shit. I start noticing people with anxiety, they be forgetting a lot of shit. I be talking to my mother, and every day it's more stress she gotta keep going through. She constantly, people constantly come to her and bring her stress. Straight demons. She got mad spiritual parasites around her, just demons in general. Feel me? They don't never charge her battery. They always draining it. They always want something from her. They always draining it. And they coming from all angles. I always tell her all the time, I'm like, yo, you gotta remove yourself. Feel me? But she just have not yet get the strength to do it. So instead, she uses an escape. And this personal. Feel me? This is me, my mind critiquing my mother. So you know how deep it get. I don't hold nothing back. I'm transparent with it. I don't hold nothing back. So really take this in for the benefit of y'all niggas. Really take this in and really think and listen. Just don't judge. Just observe what I'm saying. Just hear it. Understand what I'm saying to you right now. She have not yet gained the strength. You feel me? Because she's coming from a place of genuine love. But people like that spiritual parasite, they feeding off of you. They using your genuine love to manipulate you to continue providing energy for them and draining your battery. So she have not yet gained the strength to cut that off, to cut those people, those beings out of her life that's housing those demons that keep draining her. And therefore she keeps getting drained. But I start to notice, right? I think this might be a symptom, right, of having anxiety. I start to notice if I really break it down. Because my memory great. I start to notice the more and more it go on, she start forgetting shit. Like, I'm talking about dumb quick. She start forgetting shit. She start getting little shit that, you feel me, I normally, in my mind, she will remember. She just start forgetting it. I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, you good? Like, I be asking, like, yo, you alright? Like, the stress, I be like, yo, the stress really getting to you. You gotta chill. Same, another person I met with anxiety. It seemed, you would think, damn near she got amnesia. She just be forgetting shit. And it be like minutes after you just told her, she forgets some shit. And you be like, yo, bro. Like, you almost want to get tight, but then you remember, like, you got to really think about it critically. She done filled up so many scenarios trying to be everything but herself. She done allow herself to forget some shit that happened within seconds of you just telling her. What happens in minutes of you just telling her that? It's not a game out here. It's not a game out here. It's really serious. So, feel me? I had to let all of that be said so you could really get a deep understanding and start taking it so serious. This shit not a joke. Like, this shit not a joke. It's dead ass serious. The stress y'all putting on yourself daily because y'all want to keep trying to be everything but yourself and think so much. Just learn to just be. Just be that's why I say be in the present. That stop all of that. Be in the present, bro. You like people that's nonchalant. I'm not saying whether it's good or bad. That's perspective. I'm just simply stating the fact. People that's nonchalant, right? You gonna tend to notice these niggas more These niggas be more in the present. You tell them, oh, that's why they're able to be so nonchalant about the shit they doing in the present, whether they aware or unaware of the consequences, or aware or unaware of the possibilities or effects that's gonna have from them making certain choices. You gonna know that they don't give a fuck because they living in the now. So none of that stress reaching them, and they not worried about none of the stress reaching them in the future. Nigga, they worried about right now. And that moment right then and there, they're not worried about, they're not stressing that moment. They're just being. So no stress is coming from them just being. You can't be stressed just being yourself. Just being yourself, not thinking, not doing anything, just being there. You cannot be stressed. That's why when you sleep, let me ask you a question. When you sleep, think about this. When you sleep, do you feel any type of stress? No, nigga. You don't feel nothing. You feel peaceful. That be the most peace. That's why people get stressed and they go to sleep. But the same problem, see, because they have not yet pulled out the root that be poisoning their other fruit in their garden. So when they wake up, the problem is still there. So the sleep is really the escape, but they keep them trapped in a loop. Now we in a loop now. Now they living, you feel me, day to day. It's the same thing. They just trap themselves in the twilight zone that they made of their own creation. But yeah, that's why niggas go to sleep. Because sleep is the only place they could truly attain some real peace, just being. Sleep is the only place you could just be. You don't even really gotta think for real, even when you're dreaming. You feel me? Not everybody is constructing their dreams. They just dwelling in their subconscious, which has already, like, auto-constructed a dream in most cases. Unless they conscious in their subconscious, they created that bridge to where they could lucid dream and then, therefore control their dream the whole time. But yeah, they just dwelling in their subconscious, just being there. They in a sunken place, like, get out. And they just at peace when they sleep. Look at a person when they sleep and they look so at peace. They don't look like unless they're having a nightmare. You feel what I'm saying? But then other than that, they at peace. So y'all just gotta think about shit like this and grant yourself release. Thinking too much. Sometimes it's okay to put your problems off. You're not running away from it. It's okay to put it off. And just and most of the problems be that you done made up in your head because you done be thinking so much. You done been thinking so much. When I wake up out my sleep, I don't just get right to thinking. I don't just get right to thinking. I sit there for a minute. And I have to put on armor before I go into the matrix. The armor I'm generating come from my mind. And is activated by my aura, my field. I can't just wake up and just go straight out into the, you feel me? Because I'm not prepared. Now I'm open, now I'm vulnerable to attacks. Niggas is shooting poisonous arrows at me and I don't have no armor to deflect. So then it might affect me. I know how to release my shit though. Feel me? Everybody don't have that strong mental defense. So you gotta prepare yourself before you do it. Before you go and you start formulating those thoughts, you gotta stop it. Take practice. A lot of y'all not sitting with yourself. You trying to think of every other scenario and think of everything else instead of going within and just thinking about being. That's it. That's really all it takes. And the more you practice that, the more you're not gonna generate, your anxiety gonna fade away. Let me just put it like that. Your anxiety gonna fade away. And them unforeseen scenarios, you're gonna become more adapted to catching them on the fly and knowing how to problem solve on the fly without trying to be prepared like you fucking Batman with prep time and you don't have it like that. That's not you. Nobody gonna be able to foresee. It's too much variables out here. First of all, I done tried it, nigga. I done did it. As smart, as intelligent as I am, I done tried to do it. And I still do it to this day. But honestly, when I've been proven, like, I'm so good at reading people, right? I'll give a response or I will say something to initiate an interaction and I'll already know possible outcomes of their response to what the fuck I just said. And the shit so crazy because I be right probably like 75% of the time. But those times I'm not right, I'm not mad or I don't feel no negativity about it. I honestly feel happy that I'm able to be proven wrong because I continuously learn. I'm like, oh, she caught me off guard. It keep me on my toes. feel what I'm saying? Like, I didn't expect that response. So I'm like, oh, feel me? Like, now you just taught me something new about your character, because everybody got depth. I like to explore the depth in people. I don't like when if somebody is shallow, they're going to be too easy to read, and it's not mentally stimulating to me to conversate with this person, because I most likely already know what they're trying to, you feel me, what they're trying to get across, what they're already saying. That's why I can only conversate or talk to people who I know is going to have some depth. Niggas be shallows and be soulless on the inside, because they done got their energy stolen for so long. They don't even produce their own energy anymore. They not tapped in with they self. Grant yourself a leash. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Grant yourself a leash. You feel me? And get a hold of yourself. After you have granted yourself a leash, you have armored up. You have done these things to take precaution, to spare yourself and save yourself from you. Get a hold of yourself. You could really deprogram and program your mind at will. You could really, like, I'm talking about, I lost myself wholeheartedly. I lost myself fully. I can't tell you who I used to be. I swear to God, I can't. I cannot tell you who I used to be. I have no memory. Like, it's like it got completely white. And like I just finished stating, my memory is excellent. It's immaculate. So for me, imagine me not remembering who I was, because I honestly really threw, like, I lost myself to the void. In order to escape, I had to reconstruct myself in the image, in the let me say, I had to reconstruct myself into a person who could survive that and escape. And escape with my soul intact. I had to use my mind to construct a fucking, and I had to construct myself. We talking about psychological infrastructure. It's okay, I can't put it into words for y'all. Psychological infrastructure, bro. I had to really build from very few starting blocks. Build myself literally up from zero. Snoop. Build myself up from zero to escape the voided state with my soul intact. You could really deprogram and program yourself at will. I cannot tell you how I used to be. It's like it completely got white from my brain. I have no recollection of responses I used to give to certain shit, what I used to be. People would tell me, and then I'll be able to, like, kind of formulate, but I still even can't remember. So you don't need, like, you could truly be who you want to be, and that's really a fact. You construct who you are. You constantly build upon yourself every day, nigga. I take a fucking nail and hammer to myself every day, and I craft myself up. This is how I got to the level to where I can keep elevating my higher self. So even when I'm at my lower self, it's still higher than where I perceive a lower self to be at. Your higher self, let me drop a gem for y'all. Your higher self, your lower self only gonna be as low as your higher self allow him to be. I'm so high in my being. Even me descending into my lower self, for whatever reason, even me descending into my lower self is still higher than most of the bots in the Matrix. They get in their lower self, they thinking about killing themselves, they think about dying. They think about doing something destructive. They think about doing something for me. I'm thinking about doing something productive with that energy. I'm channeling it into something better. I'm thinking about being defensive. I'm not thinking about being destructive. I'm thinking about being defensive, being protective. This is the difference. This is what separates people. You constantly strive to elevate your higher self. Your lower self gonna follow. It's not that hard. You have to be the craftsman in your life. Because nobody's going to craft you. Nobody's going to craft you for you. And even people like me who will craft you up to be a person I perceive to be the greatest version of you, at that moment, I will craft you up to be that. But I cannot foresee a higher level than what you displaying to me and what my perception to be the greatest version of you in that moment. So you have to think ahead. Even if I craft you up that first level, you still have to be every other level by yourself. And this is why I make these videos, to give y'all the building blocks to which I can take and build on yourself. See, niggas in your life don't really give a fuck about you. But I gave a fuck enough. I'm a nigga that gave a fuck enough, even if I don't know you, to give you these tools so you can work and build on yourself with. You can't name me people in your life who's doing that for you. You probably wasn't even doing it yourself. If not, you probably still not doing it. I just don't get it. There's gonna be a point in time where you're gonna have no choice. The universe is gonna keep putting you in positions that's gonna lead you to the most growth. Don't get it fucked up. You're gonna always have choices, but those choices gonna determine which path you going down. Is you going down the path of chaos, or is you directing yourself and guiding yourself down the path of peace, down the path of growth? Or is you descending into the path of chaos? Is you descending onto a path of, I want to say, disorder, to where you're not in alignment with yourself and you're not in alignment with the universe, and so you causing shit to be out of balance? I genuinely try to help y'all, man. I swear I don't. I just don't know if I'm reaching you. I don't know if I'm getting through. I mean, I gotta I'm giving myself a haircut. But fuck that shit. You wanna go inside, Snoop? You already going home? Was you ready to go in the house or not? Bro, she just generally ignoring me, bro. I don't know what's up. She don't give a fuck right now. She in her vibe, so I'm letting her vibe out. Yeah, man. I hope this day bring you peace. I hope this day fills your soul with the highest of vibrations. I hope if not, then the seeing my video, what has at least lifted you and provided you with the steps to climb towards those highest vibrations within your being, and left you feel me, on a higher frequency than before you seen the vid. Feel me? On that note, sex all immaculate. Snoopy in the cut. May this day bring you peace. Peace.